Hey guys, Xfox here. You guys can check it out. This is going to be a video on tanks. You guys remember last year I got these two tanks, and they're great. They move around like a real tank. They shoot like a real tank. Does the whole nine. You guys can see back here I got basically two of the same thing. I think these are like the Sherman tanks, the Sherman 51s or something like that. But we got this one right here, the gray one, which is sort of like your basic tank. Has all the same functions as this tank here, with the exception you guys can see here of the metal tracks, which is a pretty big upgrade, as well as a few other metal components, which just basically makes the tank a little funner to drive, a little more realistic. You can see a lot of detail on here. I actually got it like this, not with the GoPro, of course. I got to make the mount a little camouflaged. You guys can see those in the back there. That's actually real smoke, or it's like a liquid smoke. You put this stuff in, and it makes the smoke, makes a bunch of sound. But you guys can see here, very detailed. Both these pretty much perform the same. The only thing really different is that one here, the gray one, again, has more plastic parts or hard anodized parts comparison to the actual camouflage version here, which is pretty cool. These run off a normal 7.2 volt battery. I haven't tried putting a LiPo battery in here yet. Really, there's no point. The turret, again, turns all the way around. I think almost, all the way back to that little antenna back there both ways. You guys can see the remote here. Basically has all the nice trims, everything on it. Has a little start button as well as sound effects buttons and things like that. Now, where did I get these? I got actually both of these on eBay. I think from the same seller. The camouflage one with the metal tracks, I think it was a little more expensive. I think it was about $200. But you can see here, I know you guys are going to probably say it that I have to camouflage that mount, and I will. Now look at the turret here. I want to show you guys. It can go basically all the way around, and it's going to go around basically all around the other way. So you guys can check it out here. And I don't know if you guys can look here, but if you guys can see the smoke coming out the back, you guys can actually turn that off and on. It is really up to you if you want it on. I just thought it's sort of cool, to have it on. You can see the actual turret itself goes up and down. That's just with a hold of the button. You can do some donuts with it. I thought you guys would like that. Again, I wanted to show a little bit of sort of what it looks like when it's moving around, and it works great on dirt, concrete, rocks. Really, the biggest update on this particular tank that I liked the best was the metal tracks. And the reason why is because if you have the plastic ones and you go over something like a stick and it gets stuck in the tracks, what happens is the tracks will actually pop apart because they're plastic and they'll flex. So I recommend if you're going to get one of these tanks, definitely go for the upgraded version that has like sort of the metal gearbox as well as some of the metal components on it. I did pop my tracks quite a bit, so once I upgraded, it was a lot better. You guys can see here a little more close-up of the actual smoke coming out the back. It's pretty cool. I wanted to show you a little first-person view of the tank here that I took with my GoPro. See if you guys like to watch this here. But again, just driving it around out in the grass, very, very cool. It shoots it basically shoots the like airsoft pellets. I think I'm shooting the 20-gram pellets out of here, which I would say maybe it's like 200 FPS. It's not. It'll shoot far, but it's not going to be hurting anybody if it hurts them. Maybe if you're close, it'll hurt. But you guys can see here, the thing looks great. I mean, I'm telling you, when you're driving it around, it's pretty awesome. Look at that. And again, you can move it up and down. Check it out. Yep. And they got a lot of different tanks on eBay, guys. I mean, this is just something a lot different than what I'm used to. Racing around with the Slashes and all the other cars. It's just something a little bit different. I would highly recommend grabbing one of these cars if you guys haven't already, or grabbing one of these tanks. It's just really, really cool. It's just something different. It's great on dirt. If you guys haven't seen the dirt videos where I drove it around, you guys can check it out. But you can see I'm going over rocks, twigs, all that stuff. All of the tires on the side there are all adjustable. So you guys can see this here. You guys can see me in the back there. So yeah, again, it's a very, very cool tank. Really, any of the versions of these tanks you can get. I think we have a 5,000 milliamp battery in this thing, and man, it'll go for a long time. Here it is in some grass. Grass is probably not the best for it because when you try to turn the thing around, it really digs in the grass, and the grass just doesn't have a lot of give. You guys can see it. If you look real close, you guys can see the airsoft BBs being shot out. Can definitely climb some steep grades, which is sort of cool. I haven't really ran this thing in mud much, But overall, I recommend getting one of these. It's actually really cool driving it, over to a friend's house, maybe shooting his window or something like that, and they just have no idea where the thing is coming from. So overall, I recommend grabbing one of these tanks. Again, it's just something really, really cool to have, and they're fairly cheap. I didn't get the IR versions, which I wish I did, but nonetheless, just something you can upgrade and keep for later on. I really want to upgrade the motors in these things. I just haven't, gotten the time to go around to it and do it. So there you go, guys. That's an upgrade or a review on the tanks that I have. I love them. I recommend you guys get them. I picked up mine on eBay for about 200-ish, depending on which model you have. So again, definitely subscribe, you guys, and leave comments if you guys have any questions.